Hello everyone. Hope you're okay. Hope you had a good New Year's. You spent time with your family, whoever you spent time with, and it was all good. Now we're in 2024. So the next video I'm going to do is, why do I keep sinning? Sin is something that we all struggle with, and I think I've got an answer for it here. So we have two natures. We have a sinful nature and a Christ nature. So what are these natures? So a sinful nature came to the earth because of Adam. Man's shortcomings brought sin to the earth, and that's why we have a sinful nature. And when you weren't a Christian, or before you were saved, or even now, you have a sinful nature. So that could be lying, drinking, fornicating, drugs, alcohol, whatever. And you don't realise that that's your nature. You just do it. It's not like you're realising you're sinning. You're just living like that. And that's just your life. You don't realise that it's wrong. You just live in those sins, where your Christ nature is anything that honours God and goes against sin. When you have a Christ nature, you hate sin. You're still sinning when you have the Christ nature, but you hate sin because now you got the Christ nature and you see that sin is wrong. So yeah, you begin to realise that it's wrong. So you got sinful nature, lying, fornicating, drugs, alcohol, and you just live in it and you don't realise it's wrong. And then you have the Christ nature, which is anything that honours God. But when you have a Christ nature, you realise that the sinful nature is wrong. You realise it's not right. So how you can overcome your sinful nature? You need to feed the spirit, not the flesh. And I've got it in capital letters, just like on my paper. So Romans 8:13 says, if you live according to the flesh, you will die. But if you live by the spirit, you put to death the misdeeds of the body, you will live. So basically, if you feed your flesh, you will sin. You live according to the spirit nature, you will put to death the deeds of sin. So what that's saying is, you can feed your flesh by what you watch, what you listen to, who you hang around with. That can feed your flesh. And then the way you can feed the Christ nature, not the sinful nature, and feed your spirit is surrounding yourself with godly habits, praying, reading your Bible, fasting, going to church, or going to a youth group, an adults group, just surrounding yourself with godly habits, those godly choices really. You need to feed your spirit and not your flesh if you want to stop sinning or reduce the amount you're sinning. When you live by the spirit, you can overcome the flesh. Thank you guys. Take care and God bless.